character has built up plenty of enemies across the square thanks to his deeply misogynistic beliefs and repulsive treatment of women. He was sent to prison in January following a horrific assault on his stepmother, Vicky Fowler, as well as secretly filming Avani Nandra Hart during sex without her awareness or consent. After serving a brief prison term, he returned to Walford when his mum Cleo made it clear that she was unwilling to let him stay with her. Joel's return quickly caused tension among the younger residents, with Avani and Amy Mitchell particularly outraged by his presence. Determined to frighten him into leaving the square, the teenagers lured Joel to a party, where they restrained him, poured beer over him, and recorded the humiliating ordeal on their phones. Things took an even darker turn afterwards, when Joel was viciously attacked by an unidentified person. Since then, numerous theories have emerged about who could have carried out the assault, with suspicion falling on several people. However, the teenagers involved have consistently denied having anything to do with the attack. DC Craig Ingram is heading up the investigation and becomes increasingly suspicious when he comes across a secret gathering involving all of the people believed to be connected to the case. Meanwhile, Jean Slater is growing increasingly worried about Lily's possible involvement and opens up to Kat about her concerns. Her fears intensify when she learns that Lily has gone to number 43 to confront Joel, prompting Jean to quickly bring her granddaughter home. Craig soon arrives on the scene, though, and has plenty of questions for Lily. After Jean encourages her to tell the truth, Lily finally reveals what she witnessed. Elsewhere, Joel makes his way to gaming grounds, where several of the teenagers have gathered, and confronts the group about what happened to him. Will Joel finally discover who was responsible for attacking him? Viewers will have to wait to find out. However, when Jean learns that Lily is back with her friends, she becomes alarmed and rushes to Dray Yard in an attempt to separate the teenagers, with Priya also stepping in to help. Once Jean arrives, she reveals exactly what Lily told Craig, triggering yet another shocking revelation. The disclosure leaves the teenagers divided, and tensions quickly rise between them. And there is still more drama to come, as the week brings another major revelation when Amy decides to expose a secret of her own in the scenes that follow. EastEnders icon Kelly Bright leaves Linda Carter role after 13 years. Kelly Bright, who first arrived in Walford as Queen Vic landlady Linda Carter in 2013, alongside Danny Dyer's Mick Carter, has become one of the most familiar and beloved faces on Albert Square over the past 13 years. Linda quickly established herself as one of soap's most memorable pub landladies, with Kelly taking on a string of powerful and emotional storylines during her time on the show. Her biggest plots have included Linda's rape, her struggle with alcoholism, the killing of Keanu Taylor in a desperate attempt to protect her best friend Sharon Watts, and the heartbreaking disappearance of her great love Mick, who vanished at sea. Linda and Mick's relationship became one of Walford's most iconic romances, with their history as childhood sweethearts helping to cement their status as one of EastEnders' most memorable couples. Her close friendships with Sharon, Honey Mitchell, and her often chaotic relationship with mum Elaine Peacock have also provided plenty of memorable moments over the years. Following a dramatic, life-altering experience that left Linda confronting her own mortality, she eventually made the huge decision to step away from the Vic after spending a decade behind the bar. She later joined forces with Elaine to launch a B&B, or rather, their rather grandly named boutique hotel. More recently, Linda has found herself caught up in a complicated situation after her former flame Max Branning returned to the square. His arrival left her questioning her feelings for the notorious womanizer, while newcomer Clive subsequently entered her life and sparked an unexpected romance with the counsellor. However, after 13 years on the BBC soap, Linda's journey is now officially coming to an end. Kelly Bright confirmed that she had made the difficult decision to leave EastEnders, explaining that the long-running soap had become her home and that she had thoroughly enjoyed her time there. However, she felt that the moment had finally arrived for her to move on and begin a new chapter. The actress revealed that she had actually made the decision to leave more than a year ago. However, after speaking with Kate Oates and Ben Wadey, she agreed to remain on the show for longer so that she could be part of an exciting storyline that had already been planned for Linda. Kelly said she would greatly miss the friends and colleagues she had made during her time on EastEnders, but she was also excited about what comes next and having the opportunity to spend more time with her sons. EastEnders executive producer Ben Wadey also paid tribute to the actress, describing Kelly as a central part of the soap for the past 13 years. He praised her portrayal of Linda, highlighting the character's fiercely loyal, protective, and lovable nature, while noting how Kelly's performances had helped turn Linda into a true EastEnders icon. Over the years, Kelly has taken part in some of the program's biggest and most explosive storylines, and her departure will undoubtedly leave a huge hole in Albert Square. Ben explained that the production team already had major plans in place for Linda when Kelly announced her decision to leave. They were therefore thrilled when she agreed to remain on screen long enough to bring those storylines to their conclusion. However, fans will not be saying goodbye to Linda just yet. Ben teased that there is still plenty of drama ahead before Kelly's final scenes air, promising that her departure storyline will be packed with unmissable moments. The big question now is exactly how Linda will leave Walford. Despite everything she has endured throughout her 13 years on the square, Linda has continued to regard Walford as the place where she has been happiest. Could something happen that completely changes the way she feels about her home? And could Linda's final storyline see her face one last devastating twist before she finally walks away from Albert Square for good? EastEnders star Kelly Bright exits BBC soap after 13 years. EastEnders actress Kelly Bright has officially announced her departure from the BBC soap after spending 13 years portraying Linda Carter, admitting that she feels the time is now right to bring her Walford journey to a close. Bright revealed the news through the soap's social media page, explaining that although she has thoroughly enjoyed her time on the long-running series, she believes now is the appropriate moment to move on. The actress disclosed that leaving was not an easy decision, and that she had actually made the difficult choice more than a year ago. However, she agreed to remain on screen for longer after producers Kate Oates and Ben Wadey presented her with an exciting storyline they wanted Linda to be part of. Bright also admitted that she will deeply miss the people she has worked alongside during her time on EastEnders. Despite that, she is excited about entering a new phase of her life and having more time to spend with her sons. Executive producer Ben Wadey paid tribute to Bright, describing her as one of the central figures of EastEnders throughout the past 13 years. He praised her portrayal of Linda Carter, highlighting the character's fierce loyalty, protective personality, and warmth, while explaining that her performance had made Linda a firm favourite with viewers. EastEnders airs from Monday to Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One, with episodes available to stream from 6 a.m. on BBC iPlayer.